So I just, try to focus, getting the W. And after the game, I talked to some guys, catching up a little bit, and that's it.
KCP mentioned that he likes the way that you emphasize defense when you're out there in the starting lineup and sometimes picking up opponents 94 feet and et cetera. Just wondered what you've seen with the fit with him and the rest of the starting lineup so far.
I think so far it's working. I think we doing a great job. KCP is a hell of a defender, and I think we putting the pressure on. The main guys, especially with AD and LeBron and Marcus all in the paint. We try to send them as much as possible to the paint. And just being aggressive on them. And me, I've been doing this my whole career. Try to pick up 94 feet, try to make them tired. And get into a set with like 15, 16, 14 on the clock. I think that's when I did my job.
Kyle.
Sorry, guys. You shared some social media about your family being able to watch the games in Houston. I was wondering what that was like, I guess, for the first time in several months. And just are they affected by the new protocols that were put into place yesterday?
To have family, I've been doing this my whole career, even in Germany. My family was always with me, supported me. And for me, when my family's there, I give 10% more. It's always like the 110, 120%, because they supported me, they lifted me up. And it was great, to even have fans, out there. It was Houston's fans, but it was great, to have that feeling again, and especially my family there.
I can take one more question.
Yeah, AD is here, so we got.
Oh, let's go. Well, then let's not keep AD waiting, huh, Dennis?
Yeah, he got.
Yeah, you're all good. You're all good. It looks like those are the only two questions.
That's Superman. I gotta get out the way. Hey, on the way. 190. Look, you look like money.
Thanks, Josh. Hello, Anthony.
Hello, Tate.
We ready, Allie?
Yep.
All right, Mike Trudell.
Hey, Anthony, after this road trip, which you guys were pretty comfortably up, it seemed like, for almost the duration, what are you noticing with the starting group and how Dennis impacts it, how Mark impacts it, and how you and LeBron, just at KCP, what is that group flowing like at this point of the season?
We're starting to find our niche together. Dennis and Mark are incorporating themselves into our offense, into our defense. I'm starting to find a rhythm. Bron is finding his rhythm. Kenny's finding his rhythm. The guys are just getting comfortable. We knew it was going to take some time. It's going to take a couple games to try to figure each other out. And it's coming along very well. Our bench is coming in and doing their job. Trez, Kuz is coming in, AC, and all these guys are coming in and doing what they're supposed to do, smooth. And so we're starting to put everything together, and it showed the last 3 games.
And then, can you feel a real difference just for your body the next day when you guys have the big lead? You don't have to play 35; you can play 28 or 30 minutes. Is that a noticeable difference for you during the course of the season?
Yeah, for sure. The more and more we can come out and play the right way and grow leads, and hopefully sit out in the fourth quarter, it all translates later on down the line. Especially for playoff, you're not putting that much wear and tear, especially with a shorter season, and how quickly. When we started playing again, the turnaround time, it's good when we're able to sit out the fourth quarter, especially the last 3 games. So, it's good for us, later down the line where we might have to play 40, 42 minutes come playoff time or later in the season.
Dan?
Hey, Dave. I was just curious kind of what your reaction was to the James Harden trade today. Obviously, that team's got a lot of really good players now, or they will when it has official. Just kind of, what did you think about what that does to sort of the landscape of the league?
I mean, he got to one of his destinations. He wanted to play there. We'll see how it go. I mean, you know, KD and James play together in OKC. Then you add another guy, Kyrie. You know, lost some key players. You know, Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, but you know, they look good on paper, and we'll see. You know how it goes when those guys, you know, get in between the lines and get a chance to play alongside each other.
Dave.
AD, what's the difference in a 7-0 road start this season versus 7-game road streak any other season where, you know, it's regular NBA basketball?
Coach just told us the first time in, you know, franchise history where this happened. So that's, you know, good for our team. But I think just how quickly, you know, things turned around for us. Like I said, we didn't have that much practice time and time to, you know, preseason games where we can get all of that, all those reps in that we usually do, to be able to be comfortable to win on the road. And you know, even though while we were learning each other, we're still able to get wins on the road. And you know, is it really a road game? You know, you don't know. There's no fans, so you know the court just, you know, is the only difference. But you know, we go out and try to compete, you know, each and every night, even though we're still trying to figure things out. And if we can get a win out of it, then it just makes it a bonus.
BT.
What's up, AD?
So,
Hey, with all the rules coming out since you guys been on the road, have you thought much about what you can and can't do, what your family can and can't do once you guys get back home late tonight or in the morning?
No, not really. I mean, the rules are already strict in LA as it is, so there's not much that we could do anyway. But I mean, it's a lot of games that's being postponed, and I guess some players have got COVID, so the league is trying to crack down on it and be a little bit more strict for the next couple of weeks. But it's nothing that we haven't seen in LA with us being, you know, one of the hot spots. So I mean, they're just trying to do everything to prevent this from, you know, spreading like wildfire, and just try to keep it under control where, you know, we can still play basketball.
All right. Thank you so much, Anthony. Say play home.
All right, the bench mob going off. Montrez with 21, Markieff with 11, Kuz with 7. Bench going for what, 57 tonight? Perez, as they continue to be.
Along with the fans, you know, something I dream about all the time. So even when I'm on the floor, just try to let them know that we miss them. And that was one of those moments.
Any bets with anybody this time?
Say that again?
Any bets with anybody this time?
No bets today. You know, so we see what happens in the near future.
Bill.
Hey, LeBron, you guys basically had 3 wire-to-wire wins on this trip, all you know, really emphatic wins. How good is this team already to you, do you think? And what is your fun level? You know, if there was a fun meter for you personally with this group and with this team and at this moment in time with the way you guys are playing, where's that at?
Well, we want to continue to grow, and I believe we got better, you know, on this road trip. Our camaraderie and our togetherness continue to grow, both on and off the floor, you know, and we want to continue to build off of that. You know, it's not much, you know, practice time, but we use the plane and the bus rides and the you know, the meetings that we have on the road and things of that nature, and we just continue to build, and we continue to hold each other accountable. And it's fun when you play for one another, you know, and we have a selfless team. So, you know, I think all of us are having a good time right now, but you have a good time when you win it. And that's what's the most important. You know, when you win and you also learn from your wins, that's fun. And we want to continue that.
Kyle. You have another question? Okay.
No.
Dan.
Oh, okay. Thanks, T. Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Hey, LeBron. We've talked a lot probably over the last year and a half about your team and film sessions and why they're so good in them. And there's obviously a lot of high IQ players. What makes Frank so good in those settings? That's where he got his start, obviously, cutting film with teams. Like, why is he a good kind of, navigator through a film session?
It's all about detail. It's very detailed, very organized, and straight to the point. We know exactly what we're getting out of it. If it's an offensive day or if it's a defensive day or if it's a fast break, if it's an offensive rebound or we're giving up defensive rebounds or transition, we break it down in all facets of the game. As football would say, offensively, defensively, and special teams. You got to be good at all three facets, and we do a great job of doing that during film sessions. And it starts with Frank and the coaching staff.
Dave?
Ron, what does 7-0 on the road mean to this group? Obviously, last year you didn't play a full road schedule because of the nature of the season, but I think it was the third best road record percentage-wise in the league history. That DNA has carried over to this team.
We just have a bunker mentality when we go on the road. It's just us. And obviously it's even more just us because of the restrictions and the COVID and everything that's going on. So we come together even closer. So, we go on the road. We understand that it's going to be, challenging and different because we're not home. We stay in hotels and things of that nature. It just allows us to zero in even more.
Last question, Michael Duarte.
Hi, LeBron. To piggyback off what Dave just said, is the COVID protocols in place and having to just basically stay in the hotel and go to the arena and not having fans in the arena, does it make it more of a level playing field when you guys are playing on the road? Is that another attribution to the success on the road?
Yeah, I mean, it's listen, it's all about execution and your level of focus, and you got to be able to at times, build up your own energy. And like a night tonight, after we coming off a back-to-back, this is 3 and 4 nights for us, coming off a back-to-back in Houston last night, getting in late to OKC, and coming out into an arena with no fans, you got to, prosper your own energy from your group and yourself. So, we had to do that today, and our bench was great to start. Our starters did a good job.